Vio Caduco de Cabeca is on my friends list, which I found weird. I don't actually know who that is at the moment, but I'm trying to figure it out. So we've got a game on our hands for sure.
So what are the odds on these two teams? Have you ever do you have any guesses?
Complexity, I'd put it like 80% to 20%, but I mean, haven't seen this team play yet. Have heard great things about them right now, so it's up in the air for me at the moment. I am really excited to see them play though. We've got a like and ban out right away from Complexity.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, because really anything can happen in these last updates. Yep. Nothing is assured, even if you're way down by a third in the total score. Well, just
it can still turn around. It's the comeback patch. I mean, if you're up like 60-0, you might be fine, maybe. But then again, I mean, if you're up 60-0 and they get a kill on you, imagine the amount of gold you're going to get from that one. Just take a wild guess, because it would be insane. We're going to have a Razor out from Complexity as a ban. Death Prophet, after a bit of consideration coming out for Rebeldes. We are on the US East server. We've been having a little bit of lag problems, but hopefully those are gone now.
Yeah, indeed. So Rebeldes bans are just basically taking out two of the, well, that Prophet, we're gonna try to avoid that pushing maybe strategy from Complexity. And well, you know, Brewmaster is also a typical ban because he's a great initiator with the ultimate, so they want this guy out in this match. They don't want to have to deal with him.
Yeah, and they're going to pick up the Skyeth Mage as the first pick. This could force Rebeldes into picking up that Faceless Void, though, to avoid Complexity getting the combo, whether they want to play it or not. I'd say it's a good pick. He's a solid hero right now, and he combos with other heroes, too. It's not like they can't pick up a Witch Doctor or a Jakiro to go with him. Jakiro actually being a pick who slipped through the ban phase, but I feel like Complexity put out these bans because they don't know the team, and they just don't want to lose to some cheesy push strat, you know?
Yep. Oh, it's gonna be a tricky one. Let's wait. We're already on reserve time, and I don't know if you know, Rebo, what Rebeldes mean about that
I
picture.
I have no idea.
So it's a famous sitcom in Mexico.
Soap opera or
soap opera. It's
okay.
It's more like it's more like a soap opera. And it's like this band, and they made like the soap opera. It was like really popular.
Okay.
But let's get back to Dota. So we got Ancient Apparition as the first pick and Bad Rider as the second pick. What are your guessings now?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say off-lane Bat. We've been seeing that a lot. He's fallen off in the mid lane a bit. Ancient Apparition as a first pick is not exactly standard in the current meta. But then again, I mean, I'm not going to doubt this team because they just took down THD, one of the strongest teams in the Brazilian scene. And it wasn't like, oh, we just took a game off them. No, they 2-0'd them. So, yeah.
Well, so we now for the second pick of Complexity. And remember...
Kaiser?
Yeah, my bad.
Okay.
So we get an Ember Spirit from Complexity, and the third ban is going to be a Life Stealer. Now waiting for the third ban from Rebelde.
Honestly, Lifestealer is someone we don't see a lot of here, unless, like, I mean, you'd see it banned out if a Storm Spirit were picked up, or maybe a, Puck. Someone that's going to make a great Nace Bomb. Batrider would be okay, but it's not going to be anything close to a Storm or a Puck. And of course, you guys are all familiar with the way that that Lifestealer can infest someone and then just hop out and go to town on enemy heroes. It does tons of damage, and is a pretty big deal, to say the least. Ember Spirit, though, for Complexity, this is a bit of a greedier core hero, but who can definitely get a lot done. We see him running the Chinese scene a lot these days, but not so much in the Western scene. We are seeing him from time to time, though, and he's still a very strong hero. Faceless Void will be getting the ban out from Complexity, so not looking for that Wombo combo from them, and Rebeldes with the Tide Hunter. I mean, the board is wide open here for both teams, aside from, of course, the 8 heroes who got banned out, but there's still a lot of strong picks in the pool that we've been seeing. Of course, strong late game carries are there. We've got some pushers like Jakiro, Nature's Prophet, still hanging around in the pool here. So,
Yep, and now we're ready for the third pick from Rebels first.
and we're going to have it pretty quick here because they've eaten through a lot of their reserve time. This is one thing that makes me doubt this team, is because if you know you're facing up against this team next, okay, you should have your first 2 bans down to a science. Like, okay, against Complexity, we want to ban Death Prophet and Lycan. And if they ban Lycan, we'll ban Brew instead, so that we don't have to play against them. It shouldn't be like, well, guys, they banned Lycan. We were going to ban Lycan. Let's think about this. You need to basically have a little flowchart sitting by your PlayStation there that says, if this, then this. Easy. You know? But Morphling will be coming after them. Complexity going to be grabbing the Mirana, which I believe Bloody 9 had just played. Too much. He played really well.
Yep, and I'm just in a personal quick note. Yeah, I'm just like anxious to see that ultimate with Mirana. You know, they're gonna try to gank. And so far, we're already in the 4th pick of Complexity. What are your guessings on the lanes? Now we got a Bane Elemental. What
the classic pickup from Complexity, the Bane Mirana combo. Shoot arrow, hit arrow has never been easier. You know, just Nightmare, and they're sitting still. They're sitting ducks waiting for an arrow. It's like if you play Call of Duty and your opponent is just standing there like, hit me. You can like go up and knife the guy, but Mirana's going to hit him with an arrow from a mile away for 5 full seconds of stun. And this is a great snowball combo. We either see this one or the Shadow Demon as the 2 kind of Mirana wombo combos. We will see the Centaur banned out, and I think that's a very smart ban from Rebeldes, seeing as Bane can be a great setup for Centaur, especially if he can't get a Blink Dagger up. And Complexity have wanted to pick up the Centaur recently. Also, their team's very squishy, and they definitely need something to tank up here, so that being banned out has got to be a bit of a pain for them. Viper will be the ban from Complexity, though, and he is just annoying to play against.
Yeah, but also don't forget with the last update, you know, the fixture they made on Bane Elemental. Now it's got with a Ganim with any right click.
Oh yeah,
they make on him. They're gonna be automatically going into Nightmare. So that's like basically that's like a BKB. There's no way to stop him unless you get to stun him or I don't know.
And they definitely have the potential to stun, but hold the phone. We've got a Zeus pick from Rebeldes, and this is a hero who Complexity has been running quite a bit recently. I know that for a fact. And could very well have been their 5th pick here. It might have just been swiped by Rebeldes. And all of a sudden their lineup comes into focus. The Morphling, the Earthshaker, the Batrider, they're just distractions from the real story here. It's Ancient Apparition and Zeus for the global wombo combo. We also have a Slark, though, from Complexity. And, yeah, he's synergized as well with Bane as well. And it looks like it's actually going to be Moon Meander on the Slark. So, looking at these lineups, Kaiser, who do you think has the stronger lineup in general? Not even worrying about lanes or anything.
Well, personal opinion, I know Complexity has to do a lot in the early game because, you know, Rebeldes has more of an AoE, big damage total. Yeah. And as far as they just allow that Morphling to farm a little bit, it's going to be, really tough for them. Now, if you put a Slark, a well-farmed Slark against a well-farmed Morphling, well, now we're talking. I don't know, maybe it's gonna.
Now
be
we got a game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a matter of skill, undoubtedly. So we have already Complexity moving on to the bottom lane. The 5 of them are just sticking together. Let's check really quick who are gonna controlling each hero.
I'm gonna have you take Rebeldes because I don't think I'm gonna pronounce their names correctly at all.
All right.
Okay.
So Rebeldes, we got Ancient Apparition with Problema Mental. That means mental problem. And Loco da Caveket. Oh, but wait, we're gonna have the first engagement in the bottom lane. There we have Slark from behind. He jumps and gets the seals, and he's getting crushed by all the team simultaneously. Got the first blood, and they're having one-on-one, trying to avoid some damage. Earthshaker going to the bottom lane, but he's just
gonna end up falling. It's a 2-for-1 trade for Complexity at the end of the day. They lost Slark, but managed to clean up 3, actually, as they take down Batrider right now. I mean, it was First Blood going over to Swindlemelons, so that's good for them. But, I mean, Rebella is getting the revenge kill. It is a pretty big swing, and that's quite a bloodbath. Usually you don't see 4 kills before the horn, but both of these teams hungry and ready to fight. They've been kind of kept in the bullpen for a while here. Anyways, you were saying we had
oh yeah,
introductions. Yeah.
No, I just wanted to add just for that first fight, because they barely wait for the creeps to spawn, and there we have it, 3-1, and it's Complexity going on top on the score, ladies and gentlemen. And we have Loco da Caveca. That's more like Portuguese. I'm trying to guess. With the Batrider, Earthshaker with Congregation, Cios. It's gonna be controlled by Biel Caduco de Caveca. Fuck. And lastly, Morphing with Triple A. Now with Complexity, Rebo.
Yep, and I've got the easy job here. Limp will be on your Mirana. We've got Bloody Nine on the support Bane, headed off to the offlane, looking for an early kill. There's the Nightmare on the AA. They need to weave it through some creeps, though, and that's going to be a little unfortunate, because Limp isn't going to get that. They're actually going to turn around on Bloody Nine here. The Chilling Touch, lots of damage coming out. They'll land the arrow, but Bloody Nine will go down to the Ancient Apparitions. Mental problems aren't going to keep him back from getting that kill. Meanwhile, on the top lane, though, Moomiander on the Slark and Z-Freak on your Skywrath Mage. Mid lane, we've got Swindlemelons on your Ember Spirit. So yeah, already a very action-packed game. 5 kills in just over a minute. This is Dota, boys.
So it's gonna be like really complex, and we had just right there in the bottom lane a nice blocky from their Shaker. That's like props to him, highlight. And also Mirana, as we saw at first.
Oh, hold that thought though. Mid lane, we've got a little bit of a false alarm for a skirmish. Never mind.
Yeah, we're trying to create some harassment on the Seals going after him, and that's gonna be a really interesting match. So we'll see.
Zeus has his bottle now, so he'll really be able to spam. And his cooldowns, while they'll be blocked by that Flame Guard a little bit, Flame Guard won't be off of cooldown in time to block a lot of that damage. So it will really take some hits there. Swindle not going to be too happy in this lane, I assume, although he has got that magic stick to help him out against Zeus.
Oh, be careful, Mirana in the bottom lane. He's getting some harassment from the Ancient Apparition. There was the Earthshaker trying to get a block in there. No.
He's faking the fissure, trying to get her to leap.
Yep.
He's trying to save his mana and make her spend all of hers. I think they've taken a look at Mirana's items and realized she does not have a clarity here. Her mana is not coming back very quickly. There will be an arrow out, though. And beautiful movement there from the Zeus. Just saying, okay, I don't need a regen rune that badly. Ember can have it. I don't want to die. And that's probably his best bet there.
Yeah, that's a totally wiser decision there.
Now, Complexity has picked up Slark 8 times and recorded Pro Dota 2. 5 wins with him on a 62% win rate. Now, this is a hero that if you played against him in pubs, you probably feel about the same I do. This hero is broken. Like, he never has to go back to base. He takes your stats and turns them into the best stat he can get. And then he can also purge off all your stuns and go invisible, but you can't get any detection for him. He's an absolute nightmare of a hero. Now, coordinated teams seem to do a little bit better against him, but Complexity have been playing him very well lately. And already Moomiander's on 20 and 6 in terms of last hits at 3.5 minutes in.
Yeah, and also, let's hope that Complexity with that initiation at first, they don't get like too confident, because you could see they had the first Observer Warrior here, and they got the Warrior here with a Sentry War from Rebellious. So they're totally offensive with this tactic. Meanwhile, the Observers from Rebellious is just like keeping it defensive style. You know, try to keep an eye if maybe someone's trying to go after a gang, as we have the Skyrat who's have been a little bit lost from the map, and there we have it. Careful, the Batrider is getting chased by 2 of them. Slow, but he got haste, and luckily he's getting away from the danger. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, there's a blockade from the Earthshaker, but he's leaving the guys from behind in their side of the tower, so no danger there.
Yeah. The big thing with this lane is that Limp is sitting on 13 CS, actually. So when he is getting to be near the lane, he's actually getting last hits. The problem is the supports, when they can, they're zoning him out so hard. Just saying, stay near your tower. AAA's got a farm. We got jobs to do, and you're bothering us. Get out.
Meanwhile, let's check the last hits if you want. In the first place, we have the Stark with 30 already over the almost on the 5th minute, and second place we have the Ember Spirit in the middle lane against the Seas, who has been doing a really good job despite the fact that Seas can be make a lot of harassment with this battle. I think he started in a really real way keeping track of the rooms, but lately it has been the Ember Spirit who has taken major, better position of them. Whoa, careful in the top lane. There goes, there goes the Slar who tried to jump for the Bot Rider. Bad, no. He missed, and now there we go, his ultimate, and the Scarlet Mage with conclusive shot to finish with Bot Rider. Meanwhile, the Earthshaker comes
Congregation, and he's going to wait out the Purge to make sure he gets that stun up, but he just doesn't have enough damage to finish off Moon Meander. No crit available from him, and Moon Meander's regen will get him up. But hold that thought. Zeus gonna find himself a double kill. Thunderous applause from him as Bane and Slark go down. Complexity gonna be a little sad over that one, I think.
Yeah, let's check the review. How do you call it? Review?
The recap. The recap. Didn't see it though in time. Did you?
Yeah, I got 3 losses. Okay. Oh, meanwhile in middle, there's an arrow.
Arrow's gonna connect. Yep, and that's gonna be revenge of Complexity onto Zeus. They'll take down the Zeus and get their revenge for Slark and Bane. This fight recap's gonna show a pretty even exchange for Complexity.
Yep.
What did the other one say in terms of gold? Do you remember?
3 downs for Complexity, and Rebella had 2 downs. I couldn't keep quiet. Yeah. Like real good, but I would like to highlight the job on the Mirana. Like props to his arrows. It's not even a nightmare, and he's going target. He's got a bullseye there. We got the nightmare from the Bane on the Morphine.
No arrows even available though. Unfortunately, they will throw out a Zeus bolt though onto ZEPHYR, taking him down with the chain lightning, and they're going to use the Mirana ult to try and escape here. Swindle, I believe, was spotted by that. He's going to come out of Invis right now with the Flame Guard up. Moving in here, gets the Searing Chains out onto Zeus. Chilling Touch, though, coming in here. Congregation absorbs an arrow and ends up falling to Limp. But Swindle in a little bit of trouble. Not going to be stunned up for long. It looks like he's got himself a Remnant just in case things get bad here. He actually is getting a bottle back right now, so...
And it was really bad luck for the Earthshaker. I think Mirana was aiming to get the Zeus in the far side. Yeah. And then he was just passing by like, don't mind me, and bam.
I mean, you miss every arrow you don't throw, so that's the motto here of Limp. And in the other game, we saw Complexity work with this pretty well. Ooh. Zeus ult is going to come out. It'll finish off the Ancient Apparition right now, and Morphling will go down, but they are not going down without a fight. In fact, Swindle, he's going to be taking some damage. He still had that Remnant to get out to, and Slark, meanwhile, finding a top tower in all of this. It's a bit ridiculous, simply because...
Oh, careful, Scarlet's alone. Earthshaker's trying to follow, but I think he lost his track. He went too confident, maybe he thought he beat. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Slark destroying the tier 1 for Rebellos in the 8th minute. Now, what can the graphics really tell us, Rebel, at this point?
I mean, we've got a 4K gold lead for Complexity. Oh, but hold on, the lasso from Batrider. He's going to get slowed down here. Moomiander going to jump on him. And the lasso won't actually secure a kill for them. It looks like Complexity are going to get away pretty free. Swindle still hanging around in the fight.
Aerospace going after. They're shaking with the shield, and that was some really bad luck for the Batrider because he tried. Yeah. He did a good initiation with the Firefly and the lasso, but unfortunately he was kind of alone in that, because back there we're just Earthshaker and the Asian Apparition just looking like, oh, okay, yeah, there you go. Just bring them to us and we'll try to help you, but nope. There was a really quick response from Complexity to try to help his teammate in fight. So what can we tell from the graphics at this point, Ribbo?
Complexity are staying ahead. I mean, that's pretty much the story right here. They did a great job pushing in bot lane and basically putting a lot of pressure on this tower. You see this ward right over here that allowed them to see behind the tower and just say, hey, we can dive, we can jump on these heroes. They're going to be forced to hide in the trees. And in the meantime, Moon Meander freeforms top and takes a tower. He's got 55 last hits in 9.5 minutes. 60 is not perfect CS, but really good CS for the 10-minute mark. And he's going to be pretty dang close to it. And he should have a Blink Dagger coming out pretty soon. There'll be a Chilling Touch out just to kind of scare him away for a second. And he's going to leave, but he'll be coming back sooner or later. Ulti's up. And there's the Mirana ulti. It's going to give them the path to initiate. But it looks like we've got 2 fights going on at once right now. Mid lane is where I'm going to look right now. As the arrow gets ready for Mirana. But they've already seen him. Limp throws the arrow. There's a Sentry Ward here to catch him out. And there's no luck here. On the bot lane, though, AAA tries some more strength. Runs out of mana in the meantime. And Swindle will find himself a mega kill streak. That's an ownage spree now for Complexity. They've started to snowball. And Rebeldes really needs to catch them out now. And stop the snowball before it gets started. Zeus ult will come out. You can't just Ember Spirit away from heaven, bro. The mega kill streak going over to him. The only downside is that Zeus is really the one getting the kills here. He's 4-2. And, well, it's good for Zeus to get kills. I think it's great for him to kill steal even. It's not necessarily the greatest. Zeus will get hit with an arrow there, but Loco de Quebeca gonna come in and bother them quite a bit. Slowing down Bloody 9. We are going to see Skywrath manage to take down the Ancient Apparition on the other side of the map. Zeus does get the deny, and they manage to take down Bane in the meantime. So I think this is a great trade for Rebeldes. They get 2 for 1 and deny their own tower for it. So it's decent. But meanwhile, Moon Meander's starting to join the fight here. The action does not stop this game. Loco de Quebeca gonna try to jump on someone, but the Skywrath Mage ulti is there, helping secure 2 kills, not just 1. And Moon Meander scaring the rest of the team away. Rebeldes starting to crumble a little bit. But again, it's Complexity. They're a very, very powerful team.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll let you say what? Wait. Okay, I was gonna let you talk for a second, but we've got a Midas on Skywrath at 11 minutes, and honestly,
let me double check.
why not? It's coming on the courier right now.
Yep. Yeah, that's like a pretty, awkward build for Skywrath.
I mean, he is a support, though, that scales with items. Keep in mind, Arcane Bolt, it gets 1.6 of his extra int as damage. So right now, it's getting about 75-ish damage extra onto it. So if he can build some intelligence items, that's great. If he can get an E-Blade, which I believe we saw yesterday in one of the...
Careful in the top lane. Ultimate on the Bad Rider. There's a conclusive shot on it, everything, and he couldn't make it, even with the Firefly on.
Yeah, Complexity, having this Orb of Venom up on the Slark is managing to slow that Bat Rider down and allow them to secure some kills as well. So that's helping out a whole lot for them at the moment.
So we got total offensive words from Complexity, and what I was about to tell you is that they're not having any trouble in team fights. They're just dealing 5 versus 4, and they are giving that space. Oh, meanwhile, Legion Apparition is cut by the Slark, and just one more hit. He's frozen solid, and then Bad Rider with his Firefly there. Mirana tries to help them with their ultimate, and there goes Ember Spirit on the Bad Rider. Bane Elemental slips himself to give some time, but there goes the Morphine getting his kill. Maybe a double kill. Let's wait for it. No, it's Cias who gets the double kill there, annihilating the guys in the tier 1 in the middle lane. Meanwhile, they were trying to appear Mirana from the top, and there goes the Slark, who just bought back and jumps away. Hey, careful, man. It almost blockade. There goes Cias behind him, waiting for him. He cannot run any further. It's a jump out of danger.
Wait, arrow!
Oh, arrow just in the head of Cias. But there goes Bad Rider activating his Firefly. He's trying to chase the enemies. No, he's just coming back to allow them to return to their base safely. And now, totally offensive there. We got the Warriors in the new spot for close to the secret shop and in the middle lane. And as I was telling you, Complexity is doing, it's giving the space to the Slark to farm just what he needs to, to hard carry this game. And
insane here. Actually, Moon Meander's gonna go again. Every time I get started casting a team fight, they're like, haha, the caster will start to cast this and then look like an idiot. That's their whole plan. I see it now, Complexity. You joke with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to be dewarning this Observer right over here. we don't even have time to really talk about their decision making because the fights just keep happening. And I mean, that's Slark Dota for you. He's a hero who can constantly fight. He can sit back for about 3 or 4 seconds where it's like, okay, they can't see me, I'll regen up, and then just jump right into the fray again. So
yeah, Slark's really risking a lot. He should like farm it a little bit more. In a personal note, there he goes, dagger, and jumps to get ancient apparition, and earns another kill for 254 golds. He can pocket without any problem. There's a difference in experience for 520.
okay, now we've got another Midas up here. This is the second time a Hand of Midas was bought on a Scarf Mage in all of recorded Pro Dota. Pylai is the only other person to do it at the 23-minute mark, so we just cracked a record on the Scarf Mage with 12-minute Midas. That was something that I think our statsman didn't even expect there. We also have it on the Morphling at 15 minutes, and this is a different kind of Midas. Rather than the luxury, like, I just have all kinds of extra money and everything here, we're actually just going to see the catch-up Hand of Midas picked up on the Morphling. We're actually going to throw out the Zeus ult, a little surprising, a little early, but possibly just a don't mess with us, or rather, an AA ult setup, so that AA can find the easy kill on Bloody 9. Swindle trying to find the courier there, not quite going to get it, as a TP scroll is delivered to your Morphling. I don't like the Midas on Morphling. It's... You want to get it by 10 minutes at the most, and in a professional scene, it's generally like 6 or 7 minutes that you want to get it. And Morphling's not playing the support role that Skywrath is, where Skywrath is like, okay, I bought my wards, I deserve a treat for myself now. But hold that thought, Swindle getting jumped on, Moon Meander, gonna leap in, misses a little bit, but this is the beauty of Complexity's lineup. They have such low cooldown spells, they can just keep just swinging and missing at team fights and not even worry about it. Swindle, you gotta get out of there, buddy. Oh! Okay, never mind. He's gonna shatter.
Yeah, he's just exploded there. And
I thought he dodged that at first, but not quite yet.
Yeah, he just was close to get safe because he ult himself.
Yep.
But unfortunately, there was Slark, who, without a doubt, we just blink, and there we have it again. Now Farfly might try to run away from him. Now Lasso on him, and close arrow to hit the there.
Oh man, just waiting on the other side of the trees there though. And this is what we've seen from Complexity all night. I don't think you got to catch their earlier games, but they ran a strat with AA Invoker, Cross Wex Invoker actually, which was a little strange. But AA, Invoker, Clockwork, and Sniper. And it was just these long-range ultimates, not entirely global, but that they just synergized every time. And it's like, okay, you picked off one of us, cool, we don't have AA, well, we'll just use the Tornado to get the fight set up, a Sniper ult to do some extra damage, and then the Clockwork Rocket to finish him off. And it was just like, you can't even get close to them without taking a fight. And that's kind of what that reminded me of with the Bane. Just being in the right positions, being ready to take a fight at the drop of a hat. And Complexity are doing it beautifully. The only thing is, though, Rebeldes, I think they're standing up to it a bit better than the House is Down is. They do use a Zeus ult that doesn't quite pan out there. Didn't quite finish off the Skywrath Mage because he wasn't ready to shatter just yet. But
well, they spotted the enemy Observer War, and it goes ancient version, try to get rid of it quickly, and it should have been suspected. Oh, arrow from long range. Let's see if Miranda tries to go after him. There's a jump out of danger. There goes the bat right behind it, try to get the lasso, and a Fisher from far behind, but nothing to worry about. There went another ultimate from Miranda, try to escape from it. And meanwhile, in the tier 1 in the middle lane, there's Ember Spirit trying to get that tower. And now checking the last... Whoa.
Check the secret shot. Moon Meander going for the courier. He isn't going to notice it, though. He turns around for it, but it's already too late. Morphling picked up his Perseverance, and meanwhile, Mirana falls in the top lane. Moon Meander comes in, misses the leap. Not much else he could do there. It wouldn't have interrupted the TP anyway, so it was just kind of, I'm going to do some damage and make them
careful in the middle lane, because there goes the Fisher. Oh, the Ember Spirit bad. He goes back to Sour with them Rembrandt.
Yeah, this is an action-packed game. We've got 35 kills in 20 minutes, ladies and gents, and it's not looking to let up anytime soon. I know you were saying, well, Slark should sit back and farm up again a bit. I think Moomiander wants to just farm heroes here. Kind of play bounty hunter style and just say, hi, you're a hero, you have gold, I want that. Why would I sit there and farm creeps when I know I can secure kills? And if I die a couple times in the process, oh well.
Ooh,
I'm farming reliable gold here.
Careful.
Bot lane, yep.
Bottom lane, Ben Ryder being chased by both Mirana and this Carrot Mage. No lag for him, and there goes 1230 of experience there. He is trying to make him create a little harassment on the River Spirit, and he went full with the ultimate, but no luck to get on getting his kill.
Yeah, he actually got to dodge that with the ult. That was what he was trying to do with the AA ult. Of course, that AA ult is a bit tougher to dodge, seeing as if it hits you on the way to its destination, it still gives you that shatter debuff. So, can still happen. However, there's a 20-minute Battle Fury treads and drum up on Ember Spirit. That's not bad at all. I'd still say that 25 minutes is an acceptable timing, even if it's a little late for that. So he'll be going into a crit very soon. The only thing is, Rebeldas, I think, want to split up and do something. Morph can get around the map with his ult very easily. Zeus and AA don't have to be near the fights to dish out some serious damage. And I mean, if you're a Ember Spirit up against a Bat Rider and an Earthshaker, I mean, that's cool and all, but you're not going to be getting that crazy amounts of cleave damage that you would against a 5-man lineup. So I'm saying Rebeldas has a chance.
Careful in the top lane. Meanwhile, as a 1 versus 1, there's more fleeing. Try to fight Ember Spirit. Let's see. He had to back out with this Rembrandt. How do you call it?
Remnant. Yeah.
Remnant. All right, the Remnant. And just
a quick question here. Where are you from? Because I actually don't know.
Colombia.
Colombia. Okay.
Yes.
I thought it was Costa Rica like Rupture, but I was a little off.
Whoa.
Probably my mental. Gonna get taken down by Moon. Bloody. Oh wait.
Whoa! He just got saved with a hammer there.
And they used the lasso excellently, kind of playing the Complexity Zone game against them, just waiting in the wings, baiting with a support, and then just saying no. They do get 2 kills off of that, not just 1. And Moomiander, he's not too happy about that. I know Rebeldas, some of them are Peruvian, and there's been a long saga with Moomiander and his...
And that ancient aberration got saved with barely 50 hit point. He used the wand, and it just saved his spirit, saved his life.
He doesn't even need Tranquil Boots at this point. He's got an urn and a magic wand. That's more than enough for this guy. He can go straight for that Aghanim Scepter. There will be a AA ulti out onto Skywrath. I don't think it's going to be enough to finish him off, though, because the rest of the team can't quite get in there. Sky has too much move speed for Rebeldas, but they do spot Limp coming in here.
And be careful.
They must have just guessed good there. No, they saw him coming with the Observer over here. Okay. I was trying to figure out how they saw him, but they saw him on the way, and he must have activated it from the bottle. So.
No, basically, you know, Seals has been doing that for a little bit now. He's just like sending random bolts to check on the enemy because they know that Mirana is being punctual. Like every time she has the ultimate on 0 cooldown, she uses it. So.
Whoa! I did not see this. Swindle Melons and the stack. I think this is a 4 stack, but now it's not because stuff is starting to die. However, he was getting pinged out by Bat Rider. I am gonna try to check with Vision. Yeah, they could see him right over here, and they saw when he pulled that big creep camp all the way back here, and they said, hey, there's something going on here. Back to regular vision, please. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, I never remember my hotkeys for that, and I just kind of smashed the function keys. Like, okay, give Radiant Vision. Thank you.
That's a lot of creeps for that Ember Spirit, who reached the 2.5k already gold. Meanwhile, in the top tower, the Bat Rider and the Sea destroying the tier 1 top 4 complexity. Watch out, because we're gonna have some action in the bottom lanes here too. On Rebel, there we go. They could use a shot on the Morphling, who uses his ultimate to get away from it. Meanwhile, it's Lord taking down with the help of Ember Spirit on Earthshaker, who tried to cause some damage, but it wasn't just enough. Ember Spirit with the ultimate off Mirana trying to run back. Lasso on the Beta Elemental. There we go, Bat Rider taking him down way back to his tower. There goes some damage on it, but it isn't just enough. Bat Rider Morphing going behind him, and there's an arrow from the Mirana, who hits the Bat Rider effectively, and we just got there like I think it was 1-for-1. It was Slark, and RBD just Earthshaker died, if I'm not mistaken there.
Rebeldes are playing out of their minds this game. Complexity, I mean, they haven't tried something crazy here. It's a standard draft. Meanwhile, we do have Swindle jumping on Loco. AAA will jump in here. There is a sleight of fist out from him. He's going to lose 400 gold for that one, and Morphling got about 500, plus whatever Batrider got from being nearby. However, he's still got 2.5k up in the bank, and I mean, that's 500 gold a minute after he's gotten this battle free. It's good farm, but is it enough? Because RBD are just masters of bait at the moment.
Yeah, and you just gotta be careful because now the table has turned. In order to, I mean, if you check the last hits, now it's the Morphling who goes in top with 169, followed by Ember Spirit in 141, and that's not all. Because if you check the net worth, like not the graphic, but you know by player, it goes first. The top it's Morphling with 11,000, and there goes Ember Spirit. Not too far away from it, but as you could see, on a one-on-one, Morphling can be taking now Ember Spirit just by himself. So that's it's
at least in terms of farm.
Yeah, it's costing them a little bit too much because, as you said, Slark stopped farming and he just like started creating harassment everywhere, trying to open up the map for his allies, and that's been like effective. If you check on towers, Rebelda it's going down by
two more.
I was just double checking. But they gotta be careful because they have been like a little bit distracted, and Morphling has been doing a very good job. Oh, meanwhile in the bottom lane it's 2 versus 1, and there goes the Ember Spirit. I mean, it was like too fast there. There was a lot of spells and stuff. These guys are really quick when it comes to ganking just one guy. So,
and he even had the Remnant available. The team is so ready. They used the Zeus ult just like, hey, we know this guy's going to try to run away, so we have to commit everything to the fight. They even had an AA ult ready just in case they didn't get the kill, but they managed to secure it, and Bloody Nine will be stacking this up again. But Rebeldes knows something's up here. They've seen this spot right here, and you can barely see the Ancient Creeps poke out there. I'm not 100% sure if they can see it with the ward just because of the way that Caster Fog of War works. Because we're going to see the neutral creeps anyway, even if they're in fog. You can see them right here with this Alpha Wolf camp, for instance. But they know something's up. They know there's stacks going on for this Ember, and they want to do something about it. But meanwhile, their Morphling is farming just fine. He's 600 from an Eagle Song. And I'm going to go ahead and say, an E-Blade this game is going to be utterly ridiculous. Not just for the damage potential from Morphling, but for the fact that they have a lot of magic damage on the Earthshaker, and on the Batrider and the Ancient Apparition as well. And, of course, your big man in the sky, Zeus himself, who's picked up Boots of Travel. He's not even looking for an early Scepter here. They're that confident they don't even need extra damage. This team is squishy on Complexity. Nobody has really tankiness. There's no strength heroes here. Careful. And there's what they're going to do about this stack. They'll grab Bloody Nine with the lasso. Zeus ults him down. And AA ult just there just in case.
Yeah, he was just expecting. He was looking for a big team. He was patient. He was trying to get me around in the middle lane, but no, there he went. There he went. The Bane Elemental tried to do the stack alone, and that's a really bad luck for him, you know, in terms of what he was trying to do. But as you can see, they didn't go after the creep stack there. Just leave it there. Maybe the ward didn't give Rebelda enough vision to.
You know what? They know it's there. They know the stack's there. Otherwise, why would these heroes have been hanging out? They don't have anyone who can clear it right now. I mean, Morphling, sure, he's farmed, but he does not do enough damage, and he's not tanky enough to finish that off just yet. I think that's why they're not bothering it. They'd have to commit for 3 or 4 heroes to kill it off.
Careful in the top lane. This is 1 versus 1. Scarlet Mage following the Ancient Spirit, and he takes him down without any problem. And there was also Demiran who's going in, and Arrow who impacts the Morphing. There's the wave forward, going back, and he got stuck there. He used his ultimate to go away. And the people from...
A little awkward there for Zeus, too. Zeus was trying to TP in, and Morphling's like, no, I'm out of here. So Zeus kind of wasted his boost of travel there for a moment. But no big deal. Little engagement on the mid lane, but Moon Meander going to get away from it. He does have his Eye of Scotty up, so He's truly online at this point, maybe looking toward a Skull Basher or something. Skull Basher would be good since it's not blocked by that Lincoln Sphere that Morphling's picked up. However, the Ghost Scepter's up on him. He's 400 from that Eagle Song. Looks like your Ember Spirit's going to get the tower and get away. No deny there from the Morphling.
Yep, just in time. The Remnant there. He got the tower and he gets away. Luckily.
But see, Morphling with 100 gold, he's got this shotgun done. And I mean, Lincoln's shotgun, sure, you want it before 30 minutes, a little before, but 30 minutes is okay because it is such an effective item. It's kind of like the Ember Spirit thing all over again. It's not a utility item. It's a, I'm going to one-shot your supports with this, and what are they going to do about it? Nothing. And Moon knows. He's now walked around here, and his ult has basically told him there's a ward here.
Yes.
Little do they know, it just ran out. And I'd be willing to bet Complexity are about to come by with the D ward and be like,
there we go, about right after them. It's a good catch. He got with his ultimate. He ended with his Carrot Mage and also went to help the Bat Rider while he got Mirana lassoed, and he's got the double kill there. And now things are going a little bit better. Now it's 20-23. For RBD, going down by 1 kill, despite the fact they had less towers. Now, you would think that having less towers is going bad for you, but I think the guys just are taking this chance. It's like historical there. Because at this point, they're well far enough to take them in a matter of seconds, but they're just, okay, let's keep them there in case we just need gold for something special, you know? And Complexity had already taken a lot.
Whoa. We got a Dagon for Skyrath as well. Sorry for just leaving that on Ember. I had to respond to something there.
Yeah, what do you say we take a quick look on the items?
Yeah, definitely.
On the here now that there's no like the guys.
So that a team fight will break out, because as soon as we start to discuss something, there goes your team fight. You know, we have Zeus working on an Ag Scepter. He's got a Blink and a Yule, so a lot of mobility as well as those boots of travel for extra move speed. This is becoming kind of your standard Zeus build these days. Blink Force for the Bat Rider, and AA actually not. Excuse me.
Alright, don't worry now.
It's been a long day, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not going straight for the Ags, stopping off for a Ghost Scepter instead. And E-Blade up on the Morphling. And Midas as well, of course, as well as the Lincolns. On the side of Complexity, though, you have a Crit and Cleave combo for the Ember Spirit. Your Murata, who's been offlane, has actually managed to get quite a bit of farm. The Manta, the Drums, the Aquila, lots of auras coming out for the team, as well as some push power from that Manta style. Swindle does have a Remnant to get away to, but he may not have the chance as he gets lassoed up once again here. Moon Meander sitting on that Blink and Scotty. We got Midas, Yules, Dagon, the standard Skyrath mage build, Kappa, you know. And then Bloody Nine playing the 6th position role since Skyrath decided to get a little greedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like an everyday Skyrath you see there. You should make really a guide for a kind of Skyrath. But still, you know, but Ryder got Gem, and he was just clearing the wards on their zone because they were suspecting that there were no neutral creeps for them, because since Ember Spirit was clearing all of them. And now there's going to be an exchange of towers because RBD is going for the tier 2. There goes a lot of stack speed for Muffin, who already has the Ethereal Blade. Meanwhile, tier 2...
Oh!
Whoa!
The combo comes out. I got there just in time to spot it. The AA ult, the Zeus ult, Moon Meander trying to regen up, but he can't even do it. He's just using his ult for the move speed. Bloody Nine will get away on a sliver of HP.
And he just got the kill before the Mirana could even TP out.
Uh-oh. Big issue, though. ZEPHYR is up top, and I'm pretty sure they know where he is. They just saw him with the Zeus ult, as Zeus does find the Bane in the end. But actually, AAA gonna need some AAA roadside assistance up here, as he's getting jumped on. He's barely gonna survive there, as actually ZEPHYR in a little too deep. And now, for the first time this game, I believe, we have RBD sitting at a kill lead at 26-23. This is an exciting game, and I'm not gonna lie, when I looked at the schedule, I'm like, okay, exciting game, exciting game, exciting game. RBD versus Complexity. Who the heck are RBD? This game is gonna be so one-sided. Complexity will stomp easy rares. Don't worry, we're gonna be fine. I'm glad there wasn't a bet open for this one, because I would have lost some big rares there. to be honest.
Alright, it's good to know these kind of matches where sometimes, you know, a random team shows up and just gives a lesson despite the balance, because we have seen so far in this match over the 34th minute, we have seen like sometimes complexity side, now it's an RBD, so it's in this kind of matches where you can like see a lot due to the level of these both teams. And you guys, like, we already have over the 362 viewers on the hitbox watching.
Yeah, guys, go out and tell your friends. It's Doom TV 2 if for some reason you're watching a game. We don't quite have our ticket up yet, but there is a donate link below the channel if you're interested in helping us out. Immediately, that'll be split among casters and statmen. Of course, Zeus now with the Aghanim's Scepter up. The Swaghanim Scepter. And actually, wait a second. He's got an Oblivion Staff as well. Last I looked, he was working on Aghanims, and now he's working on Refresher and finish the Aghanims in about 3 or 4 minutes here.
Oh,
oh dear. That was almost a kill steal from the Zeus. And Morphling still with the Adaptive Strike available. Why won't my camera move? Volvo, please.
Careful,
getting taken down. And Complexity starting to shatter, both literally and figuratively here. God disposing here with the Zeus.
Yeah, just too quick, like Slark with careful in middle there when the Bad Rider taking the Ember Spirit down, and what I was telling you is that it was Slark with almost 2/3 of his HP, of his hit points, and just with the third blade and lighting from the seals, and he's like back to the fountain, dude. It's a lot of damage and amplified by this Ether from the Morphing.
Yeah. Also, Complexity, you might want to build an arc, because I know God said he's not going to flood the world again. You need something to protect you from these lightning storms that keep coming out, okay, guys? Things are not good. Zeus had his GPM jump 150, from 340 to 490 gold per minute in the last 10 minutes. That is utterly ridiculous right there. And there's the Morphling in action. This Midas has paid off tenfold for him. And he's taken out the Bane. There'll be a buyback out from the Ember Spirit, as actually a double kill comes out as they take out the Skywrath Mage. Ember Spirit buys back into the game, but, I mean, he does some damage here, but his farm, I would imagine, is slowed down. And now, Godlike, you can't run from Evan. Mirana's on the bench for now, and it's only Swindle and Moon Meander holding out against all 5 of RBD. And they haven't even lost much health. Zeus is tickled a little.
There were 4 kills for Complexity, 32 to 23. And also, there's some good initiation there, because she had like Ancient Apparition try to spot the most of them with the ultimate. There he goes, try to get the Ember Spirit Band. No,
he'll get the debuff on him at least. So that's going to prevent Swindle from really fighting right now. Moon Meander will at least pick off the Zeus, and that's a lot of gold actually going the way of Mirana. So this is good for them. However, they did lose their tier 3 tower, and I mean, Rebeldes doesn't have the best push in the world, so them just chipping away at a tower and taking one down, that's fine with them at the moment. It's a good trade for them at the end of the day, because, I mean, Complexity, they just basically wiped their supports and offlaner, and there's a lot you can do as a core, but unless you're crazy farmed, you can't go 1v5. I mean, especially not really as a Slark or maybe an Ember Spirit if he's got like 2 Battle Furies and a Daedalus and then something else maybe. But not at the moment. It's looking rough for Complexity for the first time tonight, and I didn't think I'd be saying it.
There they go again. Rebeldes has jumped from 7,500 to a deficit to 7,500. There you go.
Yep.
You have all been witnesses of it. Oh, Zebane tried to go away, but he got a TP cancel. And Morphling just gets there. The shotgun hit right in the face, getting the kill for 308 gold. And now he's weak sick. We try to go for the top tower. Well, there's no tower already. They just the barracks. Meanwhile, Complexity team is way down in the bottom room. There's no TP on the Skyrmage. He's got to make his way walking right from the bottom room. There goes the Ember Spirit. He's got a terror bait from the Morphling. There goes the ultimate from the Asian Apparition right in the face of this Lord. And there's
It's just not quite hitting Swindle, and that's who they really need to hit here. Zeus gonna throw out the ult. They're trying just to do something to the Mirana. Unfortunately, though, that's an illusion. Ember Spirit's starting to hit really hard, but is it enough? Moon Meander gonna jump in. The arrow to fly. It'll hit Problema Mental. And more like Problema Mental because he got hit in the head with an arrow pretty hard. Echo Slam comes out from your Earthshaker. Moon Meander gonna jump away. Can they get him? Zeus putting him up in the air and ready with the Lightning Bolt to finish him off. There's no buyback on either of your two heavy cores here, the Slark or the Ember Spirit. And now Bane's going down. Team is falling apart. They have to sit in the fountain and toss arrows and long-range nukes at this team now because they're just too scared. They're terrified of them. Hand of Midas dropped on the ground by Morphling just like, who wants it? I don't have room. Just take it. I don't care. But in one of the only real big upset of the night right now, Rebeldes are in a great position to win this game. There'd have to be some demon level throws for them to lose it. They just blew up the Skywrath Mage there. It's so fast I wasn't even sure who it was, to be honest.
That's a lot of damage there with the Third Blade. Just Third Blade one hit, and there we go. We have the GG from Complexity in a comeback match from Rebelde. And it was like expected, but you know, as we said at the beginning, nothing is assured with these late league patches. And I don't know if you just could saw just the images of the Morphling took down the Ember Spirit in that fight in the top lane. Just the two images.
Yeah, that was an utterly insane game. And I'm eating my words now. I said, oh, it'll be 80-20 for Complexity. No. Anyways, guys, we will be right back with the game number 2 between Rebeldes and Complexity. I'm SP Revolution 5. We've got Latin American casters Kaiser here, as well as LDJ stats of Standard Deviant stats. We appreciate you guys coming out. We got one more game tonight before we're going to call it quits. So stick around. One more game, and then we are done for the night. Talk in the chat. Tell us what we're doing good. We'll be sure to play some great music for you guys in the break. And
stay tuned for more. We'll be back.
Yep.
All right.
Anyways, Rebeldes banning out the same, actually about the same exact bans. I want to say the Brew ban and the Razor ban may have been switched there. Anyways, we're going to be going into this. The format of this league is a bit strange. It's 2 best-of-2 series for all the teams. Let me actually throw out a tweet right now. Yeah. Kaiser, are you back now?
Yeah, right. Okay, we're back.
We got ready right away, and I was like, Kaiser, your mic's muted. Kaiser.
My bad.
Probably went AFK. So, yeah. But you were in the lobby, so we're all good here. I'm just sending out a quick treat right now. A tweet. Wow. Right. The English is real right here.
And people in the chat, you know, hitbox.tv/doomtv 2 are just a little surprised of how they don't know that well this team of Rebeldes, so they're just wondering how did this happen, you know?
And there was a point where Complexity looks like they had it in the bag. I mean, I would have hit my before game taunt like it's in the bag. Skywrath Mage would have said something through our whole casting, but there goes your streak, Complexity, because you're back to 0, because Rebeldes came out of nowhere. These guys, I've now realized, are part of the previous Keyed Stars and Jungle's King, as well as, what was the other team they were a part of?
Right, so going through the bans.
South America Recaps, yeah. But right now, let's get into our draft. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Rebeldes. I mean, hey, Ancient Apparition Batrider worked for you last time. Why not play it again?
Now we got a new band here. There's the Morphling. Complexity is taking off from Rebellious Draft. They just saw like the last time how he could just turn the tables way around for them. So there's like, okay, please not again. There you go to the band list. And Jakiro, the twin head dragon. How do you go? How do you say that name? Jakiro?
You just say Jakiro. Jakiro.
Jakiro.
Yep.
All right, Jakiro. For Rebellious, and we're just waiting for the fourth band for each team, and the second pick for Complexity is gonna be the Faceless Voids. So unless Complexity is going to, they're good. They're went to see us as the fourth pick, and the Viper bench for the Spirit. Now
honestly, Complexity I think said, okay, they showed one strat. They're not gonna play that again. We can play against that. And then they pick it up again, and they're like, okay, ban the Morphling, ban the Zeus. We're not doing that again. That was not fun. I don't like being picked off when there's no enemy heroes nearby, you know?
Yeah, and I'm a little bit surprised since Rebellious went for Vengeful Spirit right away and didn't try to counter the Faceless Boy with maybe a Doombringer. I don't know, Rebel?
Yeah,
your
it's a
thoughts about it?
possibility. It's hard to counter Faceless Void. One big thing to pick up, and I think this is one of the best heroes to counter Faceless in the current patch, is Phantom Assassin. The big nerf to Faceless Void was that his Chronosphere no longer disables... I forget how they worded it, but it definitely no longer disables evasion passives. So Phantom Assassin's just like, you have to build an extra item to deal with me. Have fun. And even then, it slows Void's farm down because he can't say, okay, well, I can just get my standard Mask of Madness, Maelstrom, BKB, and then whatever I want. No, either probably the Maelstrom or the BKB, or maybe even the Mask of Madness, probably needs to be replaced with an MKB to guarantee that each time you're hitting the right Phantom Assassin. You're not drunk and too blurry to see her.
Third pick for Complexion is gonna be the Centaur War Runner. Now we'll be waiting for the fourth pick for Rebellious. Now, what are your thoughts on what could be the fourth pick so far? The Bad Rider maybe or maybe not going middle lane, or maybe the off lane bench for the Spirit should be going support. But as we saw in the previous game, a new Skyrat Mage with Midas. Oh, it was for Complexity. Let's see if they're gonna go after that kind of build again. It would be surprisingly amazing. Now, Faceless Void could be going 3 lane, but I'm just taking a guess here since we're running a soft lane. So what could be missing here, Ribo?
I mean, you could get something like, well, Death Prophet's out, but a Dragon Knight would be perfect here. Oh, look, they picked it up. I was really going to make a prediction, but Dragon Knight, he does have the ability to have a ranged stun. He's another hero who can just survive in the Chronosphere. His Dragon's Blood passive gives him tons of extra armor against that physical damage. He's pretty tanky against Skyrath Mage magical damage, although that'll be a little bit of a pain for him, and this is one thing I really like from Complexity Gaming. They've got a well-rounded lineup. A BKB doesn't make their lineup useless. A Ghost Scepter, again, doesn't make their lineup useless. They can work around these kind of defensive item pickups. And honestly, I feel like Rebelda has caught them very off guard. I wouldn't be surprised to see Complexity take this game and tie the series up, but it'll be different for them. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at chat and I'm seeing that Capizzi's trying to fix the command for us for the score, but we have 2 command bots, and so they're very confused. Like, one bot is like, command not found, and the other bot's like, don't worry, I got this. Speaking of 2 fighting over control of one thing, we've got Ogre Magi picked up as a 4th pick. What is this? 6.81? 10 seconds to go. They've valued 15 heroes higher than Ogre Magi. That's not normal.
And now we got our last round of bans to go to Timber So and Luna for the Complexity, waiting for the 5th pick of Rebeldos. Now remember that Ogre Magi is not just I would think not just like a stunner, but also very tanky.
Yeah, he doesn't die easy. Like, if Vengeful Spirit just swaps him out of the fight, it's like, okay, try to kill me. Try to kill both of us. You can't do that. I mean, a big choice for supports over like the past year for teams has been heroes that can like basically be two heroes at once. And Ogre Magi's got two heads. You've got Wraith King with 2 lives. Jakiro even now with 2 heads. What's not to love, you know?
I will just wait for Rebellious now. Dragonite may be or maybe not going middle. Let's wait for it. But it has been a little bit criticized about the pick of Dragonite since he's really like predictable. You know, you don't have much chance to do with him given his spells. And now we have a Juggernaut as the last pick. And maybe
I mean, this is what I'm loving from Rebelda. Sorry to interrupt you, but they have no shame. It's not like, oh, well, I'm on Team Rebeldes and I have a thing. It's not like Dindy couldn't just play Juggernaut mid, because it's like, okay, why is Dindy playing Juggernaut mid? What a stupid pick. And then if he loses with it, nobody's ever going to forget it. They're going to be like, oh, Dindy played Juggernaut mid. Here we go, 322, boys. Rebeldes, I mean, it's not like 20 years down the road they're going to be like, remember that time they were in the round 1 of the Battle of America, Season 1 against Complexity, and they played Juggernaut mid and lost to Complexity? No, might as well try it out. They've already got a game under their belt, which is more than I would have thought they've been able to get this game. But Complexity, now that's a hero who has a BKB for free. Skywrath Mage can silence him and stop it, but Ogre Magi can't. This is a serious issue for them.
now it's wait for the 5th pick of Complexity Gaming. What could it be? Now
Mid lane is what I'm seeing. It's something that can do well against Dragonite. Razor is kind of an obvious pick. He's banned out, though. You have the possibility of something very greedy like a Naga, but the problem is there, AoE attacks on Dragonite are just going to be a pain. You don't want to deal with that.
So we have reached already 350 viewers on the hitbox.tv slash Doom TV 2. So, whoa.
Okay, this is good. This is probably going to be Swindlemelon's Medusa, if you get what I'm saying there. Medusa.
Medusa.
Yeah. I'm expecting a mid lane Medusa, seeing as he's been playing mid all night.
And here we go, second match again between Complexity and RBD, the Latin American casters. Yep. And we have quite a big game in our hands now. RBD is starting to move into the top lane. I don't think we're going to see the same startup as we saw in the first match.
Oh, no. Let's not take that risk here. Let's be very safe. Because it got scary. Of course, we've got LDJ stats. I keep wanting to say that wrong.
LDJ stats, yeah.
Yep.
It's a bit tricky
of course,
there.
I'm SP Revolution 5. You can find us on Twitter under those names. Kaiser, have you set up Twitter yet?
Not yet, but I promise I will.
Okay, we'll get it set up for him this week. Be on the lookout for that. Of course, you follow mine. As soon as he gets his set up, I'll go ahead and send you guys a tweet saying, hey, check out Kaiser. He's great.
Thank you.
I was just telling them before you got here, like, I'm gonna admit I was a little nervous casting with you because I'd never casted with you before, and I was worried things were gonna go horribly wrong. But that was the best cast I could have hoped for, dude.
There's always the first time. The important thing is if it doesn't hurt too much. I think honestly, I think it went pretty well. You know, but it's like since
yeah, it was great.
English is not my native language, so it's just getting used to it.
A week from now, you'll sound like a natural, and it's not to the point where you're saying things that don't make any sense. It's just the accent. We don't understand you completely sometimes, but just think about it for a second and you'll get it worked out. Don't worry. It's going to be fine. And believe me, if there's something you say that's too like, wait, what? Huh? I'll ask, because then I won't understand it too. So we're good. Anyways, back into the game. We got Complexity up against Rebeldes. I'll go ahead and introduce Complexity. We got ZEPHYR, this time on the Ogre Magi instead of the Skywrath Mage. Bloody 9, this time will be on Skywrath instead. Moon Meander on the Centaur War Runner. Swindlemelons will be mid lane Medusa. And up top, we got Link on the Face of Void. Where's fight? Uh-oh.
Careful in the middle because they're waiting the eventual spirit and ancient apparition with smoke going after the Medusa. There we go. We may be having the first blood. There's Sun to stop the Medusa. And there's Sun very well timed by the eventual spirit. And it's the Dragonite who gets the first blood kill, reaching the first minute. 1-0 favor going up, going up ahead. I don't know how you're gonna tell it exactly, but there when it worked out perfectly in an early smoke, and Medusa going down against that Dragonite.
Yep.
So let me just introduce real quick Rebelde this time. I thought you were gonna present, you know, the guys from Rebelde, so you could practice your Portuguese and Spanish a little bit. But
no.
I'll get my revenge some other time. I'm gonna make you cast in Spanish some other time. Anyway, so we're getting.
My cast in Spanish is ja ja taco taco. One quesadilla, please. That's all I got.
That's good. That's good. At least you're not gonna starve in Mexico. No, we just taco burrito. That's good enough. So there goes the Bad Rider going after Scatter Mesh, making a little bit of harassment there. Just Firefly. And careful, the Ogre Mage is gonna find the Bad Rider one-on-one.
Yep.
It's a little bit of the sticky situation for the Bad Rider there, who gets the illusion is go after after him with some strong. Yeah, you can see it's like 61 damage. Base damage from
the rune on Ogre is incredibly strong.
Yeah,
and
yeah, so as I was really quick saying in the RBD, we're just gonna keep it clean as RBD because Rebelda is quite funny Spanish. So, whoa, careful if his face was white, just using his jumping out of damage there. So
Meander fans, hold on to your hats because it ain't looking too good.
Yep, no, nothing serious for the Bad Rider using his Firefly there. Okay, oh, careful stuff from the Ogre Magnet. There it goes, the potential Bad Rider over the Bad Rider's son, and the double edge to finishing 1-1 now over reaching the third minute. And this is things are getting intense real quick. Now, if the players allow me, because I don't know, I think it's more like a curse, you know? We're just about to say something and there goes a team fight. So, controlling the Ancient Apparition, there's go Problema Mental, using the Bad Rider Loco Da Kiabeka, Vengeful Spirit controlled by Congregation, Bayu Kazuko Deka Beka, control the Dragonite in middle lane, and Triple A this time with the Juggernaut in top lane, going in the tree lane, accompanied by Ancient Apparition and the Vengeful Spirit.
Yep, and meanwhile Limp trying to get away from this Juggernaut right now. And it looks like he will. Okay, sorry, I need to wet my whistle here, you know.
Yeah, and Ancient Apparition doing a nice job pulling the creeps and the waves. And he's gotta be careful if the Limp with his face, because even if it's a really obvious tree lane, you know, as far as you get the Vengeful Spirit to stun, and then if you get caught by the Ancient Apparition.
If it's an obvious tri lane like Vengeful Stun, AA Cold Feet, kill. That's what you mean, right?
Yeah, and it's kind of problematic for Faceless since he doesn't have a big mana pool. He has got barely enough to jump out, so they're just waiting or making him try to get to use his mana there.
Yeah.
Oh, meanwhile in the forest, there's the Firefly Bad Rider following the Ogre Mage, but no luck because he's got haste on him. He's trying
Left leg, right leg.
What?
Sorry, that's the Ogre Magi line. I was just mocking for a moment. Yeah, sorry.
Meanwhile,
I'm an Ogre Magi fanboy. I'm honestly thinking of, if I start a casting studio, possibly calling it like Program Magi TV or something.
Yeah.
And just a quick stat from LDJ that he sent to me on Steam. Zeus did 37,002 damage last game. Excuse me. Whoops.
Oh, you may want
nobody heard that?
Double check that.
Yeah, but it's that's a lot of damage. So just put that in perspective. We got Dragon Knight right here with about 800 HP. That's enough damage to kill him 37 times right now. I mean, of course, he'll get tankier later on, but still. Now, Zeus is one of the higher hero damagers, but that's still a ridiculous amount of damage if you ask me.
So we got in the last hits in going in first. There's the Juggernaut with 32. Now in second place, there goes the Center War Runner with 31. In the bottom lane, the guys from Complexion are having no trouble going in the bottom lane because there doesn't seem to be any counter from Rebelde in the bottom lane because you have the Bat Rider going far. No, he's just got battle. He decided to go battle before going for the dagger. And there you go, the Scarlet Mage doing a good job with the neutral camp. Also,
yep.
Dragon Knight controlling very well the runes to get the Medusa and giving her a hard time there, despite its range against melee. Things are getting complicated for her. As you can see, 29 last hits for the Dragon Knight
and no bottle.
And no battle for the Medusa.
Oh, and that is, as a Medusa player myself, that's why you run Medusa mid. Because you want a bottle. You want to be able to get that easy mana regen. Ooh. That easy game, easy life mana.
Careful.
And Limp getting taken down by Dragon Knight.
Faceless Boy receiving a lot of damage there. Just Vengeful Spirit spawns there. And, you know, Dragon Knight, without even, not giving a second thought, just goes in ultimate and finish him before he could even jump. And now tier 1 in the top lane for Complexity in big trouble, and it's no longer it no longer exists in this game. Second match between Complexity and Rebelde. Now taking a quick look in the graphics, not the it's been well split now. We have over 1,000 in net worth for Rebelde. And in experience, a little bit over 400 for... Oh, Complexity now going back to 200. Whoa! Careful against Bat Rider. They're caught between the Scarlet Mage and Center War Runners. A lot of damage done there with the double edge, and he didn't even have to use the ultimate, the Center War Runner. So 2-2, reaching the 8th minute.
Yeah, and I'm apologizing, guys. My camera control is beginning to slip a bit. I've been casting since 5 p.m. Eastern, basically off and on. So it's been 6 hours of casting. We aren't getting paid for these matches, so there is a donate link in the description. Just shameless plug right there. I just thought I'd mention it. Would appreciate that. That'll be split among the casters, of course. But anyways,
not too
just wanted to throw that out.
Nothing a Red Bull cannot fix.
Yeah, of course. Except I have to get up at 8 a.m. for class in the morning. So if I drink a Red Bull, I'm done. I'm screwed. I fail my classes and my parents freak. So let's just not. Let's check out items real quick. Someone is requesting that. We got mostly just brown boots across the board. A blink up on Moon. A Ogre Club up on the Dragon Knight. We do have Juggernaut working toward a drum and pretty close to it in the meantime. So, I mean, not much to say at the moment. Medusa pretty much looking to just not go with the bottle at all. Phase boots up for her. I would rather see treads, in my opinion, but that's my personal style. They need to be able to hit hard pretty early here, because again, they're up against a squishy team, even though Rebelde was the other way around last time.
Yep,
and Loco, getting caught out. The Bat Rider going to go down once again for Rebelde. And he's not having a great time. It's 10 minutes, no sign of a blink dagger. Charge comes out for Centaur. Is he going to go after Problema? Or just run away from the enemy team? And actually, 2v4, they need to disengage here quickly. And they will.
Checking out the last hits, going on first place, the Juggernaut with 59 last hits.
And he's actually using a drum charge up top.
Yep,
he's going to go ahead and run in on Limp. He wants to blade out a Chrono here if he can, and he will. But Limp can't kill him. He cannot kill him at the moment. But Moomeander waiting in the wings. The spin's going to come from Jug, and then Moomeander's going to say, hey, guess who's home, buddy? Stop coming in from Centaur. Double edge as well. You've got no BKB, and you are dead, sir. AAA. Needing roadside assistance again.
Indeed, well played by Faceless Boy, who just gave enough time for Centaur War Runner to catch up with his Chronosphere, and that try of getting him ganked. Whoa, meanwhile in the middle, there he goes after the Dragon Knight. A lot of damage there with Centaur War Runner dagging just in front of him, a stun in his nose, and nothing that the Ancient Apparition could do there to help his ally to get rid of it. 5-2 now for Complexity in its second game against Rebella.
Yep, and Complexity looking like, okay, you got us, you caught us, we had drafted some squishy heroes, you took advantage of it with Zeus AA. Round of applause for you. Now let's bring out a real man's draft. Something with Centaur, the tankier hero in the game. Faceless Void, who will backtrack every thing you throw at him if he can. And then Medusa, who, once she gets farmed, is very tanky. However, at the moment, is not so much. Sitting on about 1,000 gold right here. They have a quad stack, I believe. Yeah. I always have trouble looking at stacks because I try to count the big creeps, but as soon as you try to figure out how big of a stack it is, they're probably farming it, so everything is moving at once. They also have a triple stack down here on the other hard camp, so that'll be very nice. Unfortunately, though, we got a 3-man smoke gank coming in here. They're going to go the wrong way, and that's really unfortunate, to say the least.
Meanwhile, the bottom lane careful because there goes the Dragon Knight with his ultimate on the Faceless Boy, who couldn't even jump out of damage when the stun from Vengeful Spirit, and very well timed with the stun from Dragon Knight, and he just got there for 5-3. Rebella, they got the kill, 1k experience there.
Yeah.
So it went a lot better for them than Complexity tried to gank the Juggernaut in top.
Now, Complexity are going to have a stack Medusa. There's not a question in my mind about that at this point. She's got a Perseverance up now. They're charging out from the Centaur just to get away from this enemy team. Very smart on their part. But there's also a double, triple, maybe, sack of Ancients. Triple. Yep.
Oh, careful, cause the tier 1 bottom lane for Complexity is going out now. There's a glyph, but it's not gonna be the longer of this game. Meanwhile, in the middle lane is the Medusa with the Centaur runner hiding behind the woods, waiting for someone to appear, but I think he was spotted already.
Uh-oh. Dragon Knight's gonna TP in and get stomped on, and now there's your Skyrath Mage ult coming out. Moomiander with the double edge. Swindle popping the ult just in case anybody else comes up here. Juggernaut does manage to find Skyrath on the back end without even using the ultimate. That's really good for him, but is it enough? 1,600 gold up on him. You have Moomiander with a stomp there onto Loco. Double edges him on down. They're looking for a hit on Moon. Can't quite find it. AA throws out the damage over time. Doesn't have an ult for 9 more seconds. AA is gonna spin and hopefully win. One more right click will do the job if they can just find it, and they can't quite get it right now. The global potential just not there from Complexity at the moment. ZEPHYR looking for the Ignite. It's just not able to catch up with him. ZEPHYR trying to find him around here. Not going to be able to do it just yet, so.
Just 40 hit points, he just got away from the Medusa and from the Ogre Magi who went through the forest, tried to, as you said, get him ignited, but luckily for him and his face would just save their life. Now we have in the first place in the last hits with Medusa with 97 and second place.
She was shut down in lane. She was, that first death really kicked her in the nuts and said, you can't do anything, woman. Of course, her being able to be kicked in the nuts kind of implies that she isn't a woman. Disregard that, never mind. But anyways.
Back to the game where Medusa with the Ancient Crypts. That's a really good stack for her.
Yeah.
And she's got already Perseverance and she's almost done for the ultimate orb. Just 300 away from it. That's going to be there. No problem for her.
So about 1,300 to go on that Lincoln Sphere, which is going to be a really useful item here. It'll block some key stuns from both Vengeful Spirit and Skyrath Mage, as well as the most important thing, the Batrider Lasso.
Alright, careful in the middle lane, because there goes Smoke, Dragon Knight, accompanied by the Ancient Apparition. There went the stun on him, ultimate by Ancient Apparition, and a multicast 2x2, but nothing to do in order to get rid of those two guys coming from behind.
Yeah.
There went then 7-5, Complexity going up, going first on score, but as we have said before, score just mean a little portion of it. Don't get cocky if you're just ahead in the score, because anything can happen in this kind of matches with so much level between these two teams. Anything.
Yeah, it's such a high level, I think is what you mean to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not meaning to embarrass you by correcting you on the air. I'm just trying to help you out, man. You know that.
No, that's just that helped me improve my English skills. You know.
Yeah.
So anything could happen. Even the tiniest mistake could be GG for your team. So you gotta be well synchronized with your.
Let's talk
team.
about Juggernaut though.
Okay.
Have you looked at Juggernaut lately?
Well, he's got Midas. That's
Yeah.
I think that's what you're meaning, because you're like.
Yeah.
I think you don't like Midas on the.
On late heroes. I
heroes.
don't like getting Midas late. I like getting Midas myself, but like I've been playing TA mid a lot, getting like a 7-minute Midas, 8 minutes probably, but not 15 minutes. You don't do that. You get something else. It will. It kind of reminds me of when AA used to get Midas, just because, well, I can guarantee that I'm going to get an Ag Scepter, but this Jug isn't farming badly, and his Ag Scepter would really help him out here. I mean, it could be worse, I guess, but it could be a whole lot better. And ZEPHYR looking for the Juggernaut. That'll be a stomping from Moon, but the spin will just let him win. Moomiander going to go ahead and actually double edge those creeps there. Juggernaut not going to throw out the ulti just yet, seeing as Ogre just kind of walked under the tower and said, hey, I guess who's here? Yep. You don't want to do anything, because I will wreck you, bro.
Yeah, that's props to him. Whoa, careful, because there's multi-gas times too. And two guys going to help him. Stun, Vengeful's first stun. On Center War Runner, he's trying to go away. He got swapped, and from behind Dragon Knight, going on his ultimate, he just got 50, 70 hit points, trying to go away, but there went the stun right on him. Meanwhile, the Ogre Mage, ZEPHYR doing his TP back to the base, and I thought Juggernaut, like, in a personal level, I thought Juggernaut would be able to go away from it, because he had really good reflexes there in the first play when the center did the first try to dagger just in front of him.
We also have Lincoln Sphere, average time 21:20. Swindlemelons is 5 minutes ahead of the average for Lincoln's on Medusa. Hydro Kids, Hydro Wife, don't look at Medusa because she gonna kill you. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Problema Mental getting bashed in the head this time. I'm trying to diagnose where those mental problems might have come from. It could be the arrow to the head last game, could be the bashes to the head this game, but Limp. Gonna get stunned up here.
Yeah, I got lasso, and just with a few hit points and the ultimate from Center War Runner, he's gonna make a run for it. Back behind there goes the Bad Rider dagging really close to him, just a couple of more hits. And one more. He wasn't lucky enough to backtrack that last hit and dies to his hand. There it goes for 300 gold for the Bad Rider. He can pocket himself.
Yep. And DK now with the BKB up at 18 minutes. Rebeldes are behind, but they're doing better than most of the team from Complexity. It's only really Medusa that's ahead. Moon and definitely Limp are very far behind here. Limp sitting on just Mask of Madness and Shreds. Almost 20 minutes in. You want to at least be started on your Maelstrom at this point. And have picked off a few kills. He's only managed to pick up 2 at the moment. It seems like Rebeldes are getting a bit more out of the map right now because Medusa is having to farm up so much. But on the other hand, Medusa just picked up a Yasha.
Oh,
so
we got a pause at the 19th minute, and let's check real quick the hitbox. Remember, hitbox.tv/DoomTV. We are already on the 300, almost 400 viewers at this time. So warm welcome to everyone. Thanks for being with us, sharing with us.
Okay, so I just typed in an OMG. We'll see how long it takes. Let's I'm gonna turn on a stopwatch here just to figure it out. See how much time, because there was one earlier where we had some serious lag and I said, oh dear, and it didn't come up for 2 minutes. So yeah.
Anyways, what do you see if we take just a quick look on each of the heroes' items meanwhile?
Oh yeah, sure.
So let me start. We got Medusa with already the Lincoln Sphere. She's got Yasha, so she may be going for the Amanda, obviously. Face Boots and a Ring of Aquila, very well far for the 18 minute. Meanwhile, a Faceless Boy who has only the Power Thrust, Ring of Aquila also, and a Mask of Madness, typical build for the Faceless Boy who has been effective, but he just had a little bad time in the when it comes to synchronized stunning from Rebelde, and it has worked really well for them. When he gets caught by the, even if it's the lasso from the Bad Rider or the stun from the Dragon Knight or even the Vengeful itself.
Yeah, it
And
took me 48 seconds to send that message, by the way. I'm trying to send another, but yeah, and I'm wondering how LDJ is posting stats. Like, I have a feeling it's like, okay, we're gonna try to post a stat.
now
Maybe in the middle of 2 team fights from now, they'll get it.
Center War Runner already with his 5 of insight in the bank, so he won't hesitate to get it real quick as soon as possible, given the amount of magic damage that Rebellion can do in the team fight. You get Ancient Apparition, but right away you already have seen all the how well synchronized they are, so it's going to be very useful, this 5 of insight on the Center War Runner when we start to see the 5 versus 5 team fights there. On the 4th place it goes Ogre Magi with his Ring of, he's got a, Salt Ring and the Urn of Shadows. Now we got Tranquil Boots, so I don't know, you tell me, Rebo, what about the Urn of Shadows on Ogre Magi? Instead of going maybe again him at first, I don't know, maybe he's playing some another type of role in this game.
We saw, I don't know that it was ZEPHYR, I want to say it was though. We saw him do this kind of build in an earlier game tonight. Tranquil's Urn and Soul Ring gives you a lot of regen, gives you a lot of tankability, and of course you're going to be able to just use those items and wards to do the job until you can farm up that axe. I want to say he got a 25-minute axe the other game, but
meanwhile, the 5th position, in the 5th position we got is Skyred Mage, who's not playing a hand of Midas Rebo, so you can like take a deep breath. He just went for the Arcane Burst. He's got the wand so far and no talisman, and he's making he's in charge of the wards there. You get, as you can see, Complexity playing in a defensive way. We got one Observer Ward here giving vision over for the bottom rune, and I can't see the other one. I think they got dewarded or maybe just timed out. Anyways, he just got 2 wards there waiting to be placed. Now going for RBD, Ancient Apparition has the same role as the wards there. They have no Observer wards right at this time. Oh yeah, they have one here, totally offensive, giving vision on the camp. For Complexity, he's got the Urn of Shadows and the Magic Wand. Meanwhile, Bat Rider, who has already 1k gold and just got the dagger, a battle, and some boots.
okay.
Yep.
I do want to interject real quick though, because I just realized my message that I sent, I believe a minute or 2 ago, has not even come through. There it is. Finally. We've got some serious issues here with the server, guys. I'm sorry for the delay. Okay, Juggernaut's gonna DC.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of lag here. Also, just type a message and damn, it's.
Hold on.
Oh.
I need to tell them not to DC because I need to figure out how to remake a game. Reload from minute.
Yeah, there's like one.
Tell them I'm trying to figure out how, because I actually do not know how to do that. I've never had to do that. No. Oh, you've been reading up on. Okay. Yep.
No, I think the lag passed already. I think it's responding already. Yep, I have.
Yep, it looks like we're good. It looks like we are good.
So, let's wait for the players to verify to check their ping, because you surely don't want to lag in these kind of matches with such high level. Anyways, the Dragon Knight already with his Black King bar. He's got the wand and the power threats. And lastly, we have the Juggernaut with the Hands of Might, which you adore the most.
Oh dear, it's still all over 300. Let me just check it again. Okay.
I have 100. Wait, I couldn't quite catch it. 191. I don't know what.
Are you checking with the console or no?
No, just with the.
Yeah, I'm opening up console. We have anywhere from about 100 something to 300, and usually I have about 40 some ping to US East. So yeah, because I'm like what 3 hours from the actual location of the server on the globe, so I have really good connection to US East.
So do you actually have like the option of loading a?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, here, all right.
I am 99% sure, according to the Play Dota forum, I have the option to. Okay, we're gonna reload, guys. Stay tuned. Enjoy the music, and we're gonna figure this out. So sorry for the technical issues. Blame Volvo.
Right.
Volvo, please. If we can load into the server, it makes me think it might be something with the game save, which makes me worry. Makes me worry a lot. 3, 2, 1, and no, it's not. Oh, we're good.
Oh, yep. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and really back, 15 minutes.
Okay, what is, hold on now, though.
Now that's a lot of time way back.
Yeah, Swindle's going to be a little salty about that because if you remember, he got his Lincolns around 16 minutes.
Yep.
And he doesn't have it right now. So we are going backward. If you went AFK and came back, you're thinking, what in the world is going on right now? But we are back in the game, 7-5.
Yeah.
And this is one of those weird situations where you're like, well, do we make the same moves we did make? Okay, everyone's not happy with it. Oh, there's no creeps.
There's no creeps, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh well, things happen,
Nobody gets creeps. Nobody.
Yeah, things just happen, there's nothing.
I mean, it's balanced because no creeps spawn this way, but I'm not exactly happy with it, but there's nothing else we can do. That server was broken. We don't want to keep you guys here all night. The teams are exhausted, and that's part of the problem with the format, but nothing I can do about that.
Yeah,
Anyways,
it's out of our hands.
Now,
Yep.
out of our control.
Out of our
7-5. So it actually, I believe, is 2 kills for each team lost. So at least it's even either way, right? It was 9-7, right?
Something like that. Careful in the top lane, cuz Dragonite was going after the Ogre Mage, but Ancient Version just missed for a little bit his ultimate against ZEPHYR. Now just
time travel, kids. It kills creeps.
Yeah, to get a quick look. But,
only 4 seconds lost on that Lincoln's as well. So.
But Rider had his dagger already. He lost it. Also the BKB on Dragonite, he lost it too.
Well, it was, where were we at? 18 minutes, I believe. So we're
18 something.
Those were items that had just been picked up. I mean, they're both pretty close to those items still. This is where teams can really play some mind games, because on both sides, like, okay, they're ready to pick up some items. Where were they farming? Do we go there, or do we go exactly the opposite place of there to find them? This is a weird situation, but hey, it's part of the flawed system, and luckily no one gets knocked out of the tournament during the group stage. It only determines seeding for our playoff bracket, so there's still, it's not like it's going to push anyone completely out of the tournament, and were it going to, I would be very worried right now, but I think everything will end up being okay. Both teams did agree to it before the reloads, so hey, it's what has to happen. Oh no, that's a problem. I didn't even think about that. Dirty Rata in the chat is just reminding me that Complexity, I believe, just lost a huge stack of Ancients. Because the creeps are reset.
Oh, that's like a big pain.
That is huge for them. And, yeah, because I believe Medusa had a Yasha about when we DC'd.
Yeah.
She doesn't right now. You're completely right, Dirty Rata. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, she had Yasha just waiting for the pause. Like, but, you know, at least we can continue with the match, you know, where they took just... What can you do about it?
I feel really bad because I feel like they might think I was making a joke about, oh, no creeps for anyone, but at least it's balanced on both sides. It's not balanced on both sides because they just lost that stack. And, oh, God. Volvo, please. Please.
Alright, anyways, the guys from RBD going bottom, 4 of them there. And they just spotted Depth's reward, caught by Ancient Aversion, taking him down already. Takes more than a couple of hits to get it. Meanwhile, Center War Runner with a haste reaching the middle lane to get that wave of creeps to try to push the tier 2 tower, the middle lane for RBD. But Rider going into the southern forest for Complexity to try to find anyone just wandering there alone. Meanwhile, the guy from Complexity trying to get the Juggernaut, but he returns quickly. He noticed that there was no one, that the guys were on the bottom lane, then in the middle lane, now they're nowhere, so run way back to safety.
Yeah.
And now it's Complexity going after the tier 1 top lane for RBD. 3 guys just getting there, and Medusa way back. There's an ultimate from the Ancient Aberration, try to get them away from it. There's a glyph to try to protect, but I cannot see any kind of resistance from the RBD on the tier 1 tower. And it may be an exchange of towers, because there are the Dragonite and the Vengeful Spirit in the tier 2 bottom lane for Complexity bottom tower. By the way, there they come. Bat Rider and Juggernaut try to catch up. In the meantime, the guys from Complexity returning to the bottom lane. There goes the Center War Runner, who sees his pipe of inside, so he may be going in. And there goes the Dagger Son of the Dragon Knight, just a double edge. Very well done from the Faithless Boy with his Chronosphere, getting the 2 guys inside and just the Center War Runner out of it, so he can make his kill. Very well calculated in place there. And another Center War Runner goes in there with Dagger, and the Ogre Magi who help him from the far side in his 3 kills for Complexity, 10-5 there. And what's your opinion about that initiation and that well-placed Chronosphere from the Faceless Void, Ribble?
That was, it made up for those Chronospheres earlier. When we had our lag problems earlier, there were some Chronospheres that were just flat out empty from Complexity, and it was sad. But,
now they're going after the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. Careful RBD, try no resistance. The 3 games down there. We have a TP. Are they gonna TP? Yep, indeed. But Runner going a far fight there, but the tower is already destroyed for RBD bottom lane, the tier 2.
Yep, and Complexity starting to surge ahead here. And guys, I'd like to throw out a quick apology. Sorry for my casting kind of taking a toll because of the problems we've had in game. Gonna just man up and focus now because, hey, nothing could be done about it. So we're back in the game. We're back on the casting desk. And thank you, Kaiser, for covering for me while I tried to get myself together there.
Oh, don't worry. Alright, careful in the middle lane. Center Warrior was chasing Juggernaut, but he couldn't get the kill on the 1-1. Meanwhile, there's a gem of true sight on the ancient apparition. Careful, because he was spotted by the center war runner. Nope, the center was spotted first with hit observer war there. Very good job with the observers. Now they have vision. The guys from RBD in the top run in the middle and also in their forest. Meanwhile, the guys from Complexity have no wards on the enemy territory, as you can see. Or
I mean, they can't with the gem up, and there's actually treads up on AA. That's an interesting choice, but definitely works.
Medusa with already 1800 gold. Let's wait what's gonna be her next item. They're waiting for the mana. Meanwhile, the guys from RBD taking all the creeps from the southern territory, enemy territory for Complexity. But be careful, because top tier 2 from the top lane for RBD is going to fall down into the hands of the Medusa. There they go. She take it, and now he or she, I don't know, I apologize beforehand. I can't really tell. I just assume that Medusa is a she, so let's go with that. Going with
Medusa herself is a she, but the player is a he, so it's a little whatever.
2,500 gold, and the guys from already going after Russian Bat. There to get Complexity. We're gonna have a team fight.
We've got all ults up from Complexity. This could be the big fight for them. The Roche goes down. Juggernaut grabbing the Aegis right now. Juggernaut's ult is gonna go off. It'll take down Moomy and her Swindle, taking some serious damage. Pops the ulti. There's a swap out. Congregation getting hit there. Actually, full magic resist. Not the best use of Skyrat's ult, but one of those things that it's easy to forget about sometimes. And Juggernaut trying to chase in here. Doesn't have his ulti up just yet, but does have an Aegis. And hey, he's willing to throw a life at the enemy team. But there's a beautiful chrono from Limp. Congregation getting bursted down. Vio as well, and the Dragon Knight hitting the deck. We actually had a DC from the AA. I don't know that anyone even realized at the moment.
Well,
there we go.
We got disconnected,
yeah, and we're of course at 322 viewers right now. Again, big thanks to you guys for coming out. Sorry for the tech issues tonight that have plagued us. Hopefully those won't be happening tomorrow night. Hopefully Valve can fix the servers in time. But again, a huge thank you to all you guys. The support has been overwhelming tonight, and we've been somewhere between 300 and 500 viewers depending on the match. So hey, thank you again for coming out.
Yep, thank you guys for showing up and giving us that kind of support, so we can keep bringing you these kind of high-level matches in the Battle of America. So don't miss any of these matches.
I mean, it may be tier 1 Dota with EG and Navi and everything, but I mean, it's close. So whatever. Yeah, game is good is the sentiment here. I mean, we may be having tech issues, but it's like we just went in a time machine and said, okay, something went wrong, and both teams hit the reset button, let's go again.
So while I don't know if you, while we're paused, why don't we take a quick look to the graphics there?
Sure.
Net worth almost 10,000 for Complexity now.
Complexity has had a 10,000 net worth lead for the entire game. Yep. Because we loaded, actually. So the graph isn't going to tell you the correct times.
Yeah, it's a funny graph now that I see.
We're 9 minutes into the game, guys.
So let's just ignore the graphic a little bit while it.
LJ stats is like, what do I do, guys? All stats are lost now.
Oh well, what can you do?
All stats are dead.
So let's take a look at the items for each of the players. We have the Medusa with already his ultimate orb, and the Yasha. Now she has something in the career. Let me try to take a guess there. It's another ultimate orb, maybe it belongs to. Wait up, yeah, it's another ultimate orb on the career. We got Faceless Boy.
It's gonna be Scotty, for sure here.
Yeah.
With the double, or I mean, you could be going Yasha or what do you call it? Manta Style, and then have a spare ult orb for stats, but that would be really inefficient. And the active effect you're going to get from the Manta Style is going to outweigh the 10 extra stats you would get from a second ult orb. So, yeah, I definitely think we're going to see Manta straight into a Scotty. because you've got BKB heroes on the side of the Dire team. That Juggernaut, the Dragon Knight, and Scotty goes straight through BKB with the slow. So it's a great form of crowd control, a great stats item to give Medusa extra health, extra mana, which is basically health for her, and then extra damage and attack speed. So I'm all for it. It's one of my favorite items in the game on anyone, and definitely on Medusa. Learning from Pinoy, brother, Pro Medusas have only gone Link and Yasha. I have Scotty, once in recorded Proto, and that's Lakels against MVP Phoenix. Lakels, I'm assuming, is the team here? I haven't heard of them, but okay, I'll take your word for it, man. So an interesting build from Medusa, but it's definitely working out. Her rough level 1 isn't really phasing her. In fact, that's her only death this game at the moment, and you need to be able to bring Medusa down, or she's going to get so cocky, she'll be like, guys, I'm just going to buy a rapier. Whatever. Might as well. And if you're approaching 3K and you decide you're going to buy a rapier to celebrate, don't do it. He's a Thai national. Excuse our stats, man. Of course, he's been doing a great job all night, and it's been a long night for all of us here, so a small mistake is not that big of a deal, of course.
Alright, so we have Faceless Blade already with his Black King Bar. We had Santa World Wonder with yeah, he got a Crimson Guard in the bank, just waiting for the Amazing Banger part. She's already 1200 gold. Ogre
So about 600 to go on the Crimson Guard, which is still going to be a very effective item here. Juggernaut and Dragon Knight, as well as even Vengeful Spirit, their damage isn't going to do much to the enemy
Careful
team.
middle, because Juggernaut is going to get trapped by Medusa slow, but he just uses his Blade Fury to return
and win.
Go away to save the Ogre Magi already with his Aganing Scepter in hand, so that's gonna be a huge problem for the guys from RBD. Careful, because there goes the Bat Rider, Blink, and Lasso on Ogre Magi to bring it out, bring it to his eyes, and there's no longer Ogre Magi there. There was the Scattered Mage with Concussive Shot from far away, try to save him, but it wasn't like enough to get him out of danger. A lot of damage there. Dragon Knight already with Black Bar as well. Juggernaut with Yasha. Just taking a quick review, a quick look at their items. Well,
and DK is going to go for an AA or a Soul Cuirass as well. So that'll be a lot of physical damage. I mean, Rebeldes, they actually don't have their team tag up, but that's just probably from the reload panic and everything. It's fine, whatever. But Rebeldes definitely have a shot here. It's 7-12. It doesn't look that great for them scoreboard-wise, but they have the push power right now. They have physical damage. They've got some extra attack speed coming in about 800 gold for the Dragon Knight and the entire team as well. So I'm not counting them out of this one yet. I'm really not going to.
So we got Medusa already with Eye of Scotty. Scotty or Scotty? How do you pronounce it? Sorry.
Scotty.
Scotty.
I think. That's how the heroes say it.
Oh,
so.
okay, Scotty.
Just wondering, are there Spanish voiceovers for the heroes?
No.
Okay.
No. Like, right now I have my client in Spanish because I had to make a casting and I wanted people like to see the spells and the abilities in Spanish.
Of course.
But no,
and it's really hard to get your client to change language because you actually have to go in and restart Steam and everything.
Yeah, you have to do all that, so that's like quite annoying. But the commentator, I have the Bastion, but that's like a parenthesis. I love that commentator. But still, it's all in English. Yeah, no, it's in English as well. Okay. Careful with the Juggernaut with ultimate, getting a 4 of them. There's not going to be a lot of damage there. Set that we're running top of the Crimson Guard, and there's a Chronosphere. Whoa, a lot of damage there.
Medusa does get caught in it, but I mean, the enemy team's almost already dead. What are they going to do at this point? This Medusa is too fat. And I mean, I don't mean to call her ugly by any means. She's gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but she's farmed as can be right now. And they just say, okay, you take our tier 2 tower, we'll take your tier 2 tower, and then we'll take your racks because 3 of your heroes are dead. They know when they can take a fight, and that was a beautiful fight from Complexity. I don't think it was the Crimson Guard, I think it was just the fact that Juggernaut, while he does have a lot of damage with his ultimate, it just wasn't enough bouncing between all the heroes. And he just got bursted down with no buyback available.
Oh, careful, there's go, the Bat Rider dagging already there, in there, taking the lasso, taking center war rider with the lasso. And he's got a kill, he bought back, and despite the effort, Complexity couldn't take the tier 3, the barracks tower from RBD.
Ooh.
With action
Congregation
from
getting hit hard by that snake too, and he's sitting on almost nothing. He's got a magic wand and mana boots and 1200 in the bank. Maybe just saving for buyback, maybe for a blink or force staff. They hold the racks, but only by a hair at the moment. And I almost want to just say, okay, Complexity won, but at the same time, I mean, it's still possible that they can come back. And Ogre Magi, I've been mentioning this to Drag and Drop. Me and Rupture last night figured out the song of the Ogre Magi people. It's ding, 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 ding. Congrats, you won.
That's what.
Yeah.
Jackpot. You know, it's jackpot there, right there. Oh, careful, because he's gonna find not friendly Dragonite there. Multicast, another stun, and he already ran out of mana. Careful, there goes the ultimate from the Warrunner to give him enough speed to go away. And we're gonna have another team fight. Careful there.
Oh my goodness, the Chronosphere! It stops Jug from ulting. The stun from Ogre Magi was there just in time. And Limp now on a dominating spree. It's AAA once again bursted down, and GG will be called. It looks like Complexity gonna make the series a 1-1. There was an upset, but the Complexity won't let this happen again.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Victory for Complexity. 1-1 goes in this bracket of Battle of America. Any conclusion or analysis you could do about the turnover in this second match?
I mean, Complexity handled it really well. Big shout out to both teams, of course, for saying, hey, you know what, we loaded, it's at a weird time, but it's all we can do, really.
Well,
yeah, I really feel bad about their 4-stack, but they still managed to pull it out, and it worked great. Medusa probably would have had a little more GPM, but whatever. Actually, gold per minute is completely wrong here, simply because of our reload. In fact, all our stats, I believe, are pretty wrong. I'm not 100% sure, though. It's just, I mean, Rebeldes. Sorry, I looked at the screen and it says Complexity versus Complexity. I'm like, wait, what? Am I losing it? Rebeldes, they did good, but it just wasn't quite enough. Anyways, though, I'm SP Revolution 5. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at SP Revolution 5. There you go. Of course, we've had LDJ Stats all night from Standard Deviant Stats. He has been excellent. Give him a follow as well. Kaiser will be getting Twitter set up in a few days. Any shout-outs from you, man?
Well, if you want to like leave any comment or opinion, whatever, you can find me like on Facebook. I'm more like a Facebook guy, you know, but I promise I'm gonna get my Twitter just ready for the next match. So people can go in there and, hey, you suck. I don't know, whatever. Any kind of feedback is a good feedback, you know what? So that's good if people want to, you know, anything there. But if you wanted to follow me or just leave me a message on facebook.com/KaiserBTB, like large B and TB as television, KaiserBTB.
TV, yeah.
Anyway, so big thank you to you, Rebo, for having me tonight.
Man. We'll be back tomorrow night with tons more action. With most of the same teams from tonight. The group stage continues then. We'll switch out teams on Wednesday. So nothing has really decided that.
Yeah, and also thank you to JDL doing a great job there. Thank you very much. Yep. And we'll see you. Well, I'll see you. We'll see you and tomorrow, maybe tomorrow night for another big match.
Yep. Thanks for coming, guys. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.